Hi you guys, and welcome back to Limitless Creations with Kimberly. So today we're going to be making something traditional but not so traditional. So our meat for today is going to be some turkey wings. And then the star of today's show, you guys, I just found this at Walmart. It's actually going to be some Tapatio. It's citrus polio. The last word, y'all, I'm not sure. What is that? Asando? Is that asando? I don't know, you guys. I haven't taken Spanish classes so long that now it's just like, I don't know. But I definitely know that this is chicken. But I just want to try something different. I'm not the one to always follow the rules, you guys, in a good way, which just means that I'm willing to experiment. So I know this says chicken, but today we're going to try it on some turkey. So it's just your basic marinade, but let's see. It says the direction says marinate skinless cuts of poultry, chicken, poultry, not poetry. Did I say poetry? But poultry for about 30 minutes to achieve full flavor. Marinate skin on cuts for about an hour to achieve full flavor. And then it says marinate whole or half chicken for 2 to 3 hours depending on the size. So this is actually going to sit for like maybe 3 or 4 hours. It's almost roughly 2 o'clock right now, so I may start cooking around like 5 or 6 depending. I don't know, because I'm going to make lunch. Well, I guess brunch after this, because I haven't ate anything today, so I've just been shopping out, finding some cool things. So this is how we got this. So what I'm going to be using, some of my staple ingredients, you guys. So this is just the glare, you can't really see it, but I'll just tell you. So this is going to be like, I guess, half of an onion. This is going to be an orange and a red pepper. Well, this is actually yellow and orange. And then like these actually come in this cute little bag, you guys, from Aldi's. I shop at Aldi's for a lot of things, but it usually comes with your red, your orange, and your yellow peppers. And then I just have to buy my green peppers separately, but I'm not going to try those on today. And the reason that you're not going to see me use as much seasoning today is because I really want to see what this bad boy tastes like. A lot of times I feel like sometimes I mask what I'm trying to use because I'll use too much seasoning and then I don't know what's just my seasoning or if I actually like the new thing that I'm trying. So I'm going to try and scale back a little bit and actually use more of my special ingredient for today. So for this, easy peasy. Here, let me make sure that you can see it. Hold on, quick adjustment. Okay, so you can see my pan now. All we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take half of those onions and I'm just gonna throw it at the bottom. Look, it's on the counter. My counter's clean, so I went and saved my onion. And then it's not a lot of these, you guys. My dad was here a few days ago, like last weekend, and he brought me this big box of turkey wings, but he went ahead and washed it and separated it for me, so I don't have to do that now. So he just took our, your traditional turkey wing. It's like this. Where is that? But your turkey wing, how it usually looks like that, and he just split it for me. So all I'm gonna do is put it on here, and then this way, because it's not a lot, if I don't like this seasoning, you guys, or this marinade, I won't be really wasteful because it's not a lot. So it's cool. It's gonna work in my favor. So let me just throw that like that. Let me get my rag. Garlic, always with the garlic, but it's gonna be lightly today. I'm gonna get a lot of my seasoning from my onions and my peppers. And then another thing I'm going to be using today is this liquid smoke. I really like it. So if you really like that grilled hickory type taste and you don't want to throw things on the grill, all you have to do is just use this instead. And I got this from Walmart also. I don't remember the exact price point, but I know it was under $3. So it's definitely a alternative to just grill, if you want the taste but you don't feel like grilling. So I'm going to, it smells amazing, you guys. It smells like straight hickory. I really like that. But let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I want to use because I can't just do garlic. It's not in me just to use one seasoning. Although I'm trying, I'm just like, eek. So I don't want it overpowering, but I don't really know what it tastes like. So what do you do? Let's see. Let me go traditional and just try some adobo. Not too much. I'm gonna flip it over. Y'all, it's so hard for me. Like, I love seasoning my food, and then these things is thick. To not really season them, I'm kind of just like, oh my gosh. But, oops. So, this right here, I'm just gonna spread it on there kind of lightly. I don't want to overdo it. Nah, that's a lot. But, and then for this one, it's in my nose, y'all. This one is salt, granulated garlic, butter orange flavor, white pepper, oregano, and that's mostly it. You know, it's like the coloring or whatever at the bottom. So just gonna go ahead and layer this on top. I am gonna put a little butter on here because I don't want it to burn. So I know it is a sauce. It's a sauce, but still I don't want it to burn. That's just a little piece of butter right there that was left. And let's see, let me just add this. I'm gonna use maybe half of a tablespoon, if that much. I'm so bad with measuring, you guys. Like, I don't typically measure stuff. I just kind of throw it in there. That's how I've been taught, or that's how I pick it up. So let's see, we're just gonna shake it. And I really don't think we're gonna use all of this because it's not a lot of meat right here. Like I said, I'm trying it, but I could have taken out more packs, which would have gave me more meat, but I didn't. So, oh, we're just gonna see. Let's see. Let's go with smell first. Waft, you know. So let's see. So you know, Tapatio is a type of Mexican hot sauce. Let's see if I can kind of let you see what it looks like inside. Let me try to taste it. It has kick. First thing I taste is garlic and some peppers. So, let's see. We're just going to pour it, you guys. Let it marinate. And I'll be back because this is going to take I'm going to allow this to sit 2 or 3 hours. But I'm just going to go ahead and use the whole thing. I'll just buy another one. If I really like it, I'll buy another one. No biggie. Stay tuned, you guys. Alright, you guys. So, our turkey is now all done. It's in the refrigerator marinating, and then the second part of today's meal is actually going to be our sweet potatoes. So for our sweet potatoes, you guys, there's so many different ways to make your sweet potatoes. A lot of people like to peel their sweet potatoes. They'll cut them up and they'll allow them to marinate in some, people do it differently. Some people do sugar, brown sugar, they'll do honey, they'll do molasses, some do syrup, cinnamon, vanilla. It's so many different ways that you can actually flavor your sweet potatoes. The possibilities are endless. Some people like to melt marshmallows on top, so your only limitation really is your imagination. But for me, I'm trying to kind of cut back on my sweets right now and my sugar intake, so I'm gonna have to do this a little differently. I can still, go ahead and cut them up and allow them to marinate, but today I'm just going to bake them. Now there are several ways that you can bake them also. You can actually take your sweet potatoes. What I've done is I've thoroughly washed these. You can rub some oil on them, wrap it in some foil like you would a regular baked potato, and you can stick it in the oven. Or if you want to, you could, if you want to do it like yams, you could cut it up in chunks and boil it. You can peel it and just boil it and just mash it like mashed potatoes. You can add your seasonings in that way. But all I'm gonna do, instead of just I'm itching, instead of rubbing my oil on them, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the oil at the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and bake those. So the reason for that is because it's super easy. And all I have to do is just turn our sweet potatoes over, because we don't want them to stick. So we're just going to go ahead and bake it. So all I'm going to do is just roll it in our oil. And if you don't like traditional oil, you could do coconut oil if you want, whatever oil you like. This is canola oil. So that's what I'm using today. And I've even tried this because I really like sweet potatoes, you guys. I've even tried to mix in my oil. I've mixed some, well, I've done several things. I've done syrup, because syrup, honey. I haven't tried, oh, and there's a really cool marinade that I seen today that I probably should have got, that I could have tried on this. But my idea is, if I allow it to bake in these other ingredients, that it's gonna lock in when it's baking. And so I've tried to do that before, and it makes the house smell so amazing, you guys. But it's up to you. If you want, you could just do oil, you could do it basic, and then, or you can do like, you can do some molasses or syrup or whatever you want to do. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and stick these bad boys in the oven, because they do take a long time, you guys. You know, sweet potatoes are pretty thick, and even when you're chopping it, you need to make sure you have like a really hard knife, because these bad boys are no joke. And then it's easy too with peeling afterwards. Once it's baked, it's easy to just pull the skin off. And then to try and, like I said, limit my sugar intake. If I do it this way, where I just have a whole sweet potato, I'm not going to put as much sweetness, sweeteners on it. All I'm going to do, because I'm not 100% used to the taste of just raw sweet potatoes, and I know some people can. Some people like it. I'm just not there yet. it's not a milestone that I've met in my journey yet. I'll just take my sweet potato. I'll put a little bit of, I'll drizzle some honey on it, some cinnamon. Let's see, I have some vanilla flavoring. I'll do a little bit of vanilla flavoring and a dab of butter, and that's gonna be it. So I'm trying to gradually work my way down to just having a plain sweet potato, but I'm not there yet. So to all of you who are there, kudos to you. I'm just not there yet. So 350, throw it in the oven, you guys. Just let it bake, and you'll be good to go. I'm gonna say I'll probably check on these in like an hour, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and just kind of see where they're at. I might just turn it over, but that's it. You will hear some popping in your oven, so don't be alarmed. That's just as the grease is heating up, but that's it. So I'll show you my finished product in just a little bit. All right, you guys, so we are back and our sweet potatoes are done. I just want to show you, it was probably like maybe an hour, hour and a half, probably more like 2 hours, you guys, because honestly I stepped out of the house again, just because I knew that it would take a while for these to cook. I had to make an errand, and then I came back. But just so you know, like when your potatoes are done, like look, you can see how easily it is to stick. I'm using the knife, you could do a fork or whatever you prefer, through them. And like I was saying earlier, because I've gone ahead and given these a chance to cool off. If you wanted to, I'm just gonna take one. I'm not gonna take it all the way out, But if you wanted to peel it, you guys, it's so easy. And I'm just doing this with my fingers to peel it. And you're good to go. You can enjoy it however you like. But our meat at this time, I've gone ahead, I've put in our turkey into the oven. And I just want to give you some food for thought, only because I don't always, so I know that I like my meat well done. And I know that I don't always go by the guidelines to when my meat should be done, like as far as how long it would take traditionally to cook turkey wings. So this is kind of how I do it. I use my nose, and it may sound far-fetched, but just think about it. So when you put your food into the oven, right, at first you're not going to smell anything, right? You preheat it to whatever degree you want, and then you stick it in there. In the beginning, you smell nothing. It's just in there. As the food begins to warm up, as you know, your oven is doing what it's doing, you begin to smell a faint aroma of your meat, of your food, of whatever, you know, your dessert, whatever you're cooking. And then as it continues to cook and time goes on, the smell becomes stronger and stronger what you're cooking, right? Okay, but then your nose, you guys, we are such complex creatures. So say your food is starting to burn. You can smell it first before you see it, unless you're just watching it. So your nose is going to start to become accustomed to the smell that you're smelling. In our case, it's going to be our baked turkey wings, right? But then if it starts to burn, you'll immediately recognize a different scent. At first, it's going to be faint because it's a process. It's just happening. It's going to be faint at first, but your nose is going to recognize that there's something different. There's something off. It's then for you to go ahead and check and see what's going on within your oven. But if you don't, your smell is going to get stronger and stronger, and it's not going to be that pleasing, pleasant smell that you started to begin with. It's going to be very unpleasant, very, very, very unpleasant. And if you don't pay attention at all, you're going to smell that burnt smell, that nasty, ill, you know something is wrong smell. And if you never thought about it, and just think about it, say you walk into a house and you can automatically, or before you walk into a house, you can smell if someone's cooking, if they have the window up, if you're walking by someone's house and they're washing clothes or they're drying clothes, you can smell it. So it's the exact same thing when it comes to our food, which I thought is so cool. But that's typically how I cook. If it's the first time that I've tried something, I'll look at the directions or I'll look at a recipe and I'll see. But other than that, I just use my nose. I just use my nose. Right now, I'm starting to smell my turkey and it smells amazing, you guys. But I'll just pay attention and I'll see, because it is covered in foil. I don't have to worry about basting it, and you can baste it, but I'm going to pay attention with my nose to the smell to see what's going on. So just quick food for thought. Comment below, let me know if you just check your food every so often, if you just go by your recipes, if you actually use your nose, or what you use when you're actually cooking your food and you're trying to figure out what's best for it. Let me know. All right, you guys, so it is time to taste. Don't mind my paper plate, you guys. Like I said on my videos before, I hate washing dishes, so if I can use a paper plate, I'm down. But it kind of deformed it, but it's all good. But so here's our turkey. We have our sweet potatoes. On our sweet potato, all I did, I added some ginger, some honey, and some cinnamon. Oh, and a little bit of vanilla extract on our sweet potato. And then this is our Tapatio inspired turkey wings. So let's go ahead and see. And you guys, this transition, it's an interesting one because I'm the one who always chops up my sweet potatoes and I am layering the flavor. I need honey, I need brown sugar, I'm using regular sugar, I'm using syrup, I'm using molasses, and I'm just layering it like banana pudding. Like back in the day, my sweet potatoes, my yams is what I call them, straight sugar. Straight sugar, but they were so delicious. And that whole sweet potato souffle with the marshmallows on top, it gave me life. But I got this. I got this. And so, no problem. But let's see. Let's see. Ooh, it's definitely spicy. It's very flavorful. I know that if I would have used more meat, it wouldn't have been as spicy. I don't think it would have been as spicy, but because the marinade is so concentrated that it's a really big kick as soon as you try it. So if I would have, like I said, if I had more meat, if there was more water, then I really feel like it would have been like really, really good. But at this point, it's spicy. It is spicy, and I know everyone's heat tolerance is different, and it is Tapatio, but still, it's definitely spicy to me. But I'm still gonna rock it. I'm still gonna eat it. Spices can be good, but I would definitely try it again, and I'm purposely going to try it with more, just to see, you know, if my logic is correct and it's not as spicy, which I'm thinking it won't be, but it's pretty good. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's going to work for tonight's dinner. It is what it is. I'm gonna speak with my mouth full, you guys. But I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Incredible 7 out of 10. So you will see me try this again. It might be on another meat altogether, but I like the sauce and I definitely want to try it again. But thanks again for watching, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.